Hey guys, it's me, aka that Pokemon Boy, and today I'm going to be bringing you my playoff game against Connor, who's the coach of the PewterPinMissles. This is for the IEP. Obviously, you guys all know the IEP because I've been uploading the videos regularly on my channel. It's the league I created, kind of similar to the GBA, but we draft quite differently to how they originally did. But yeah. This game was huge because we made the playoffs, which is what I intended to do. You know, from the outset, it was playoffs, everything else is a bonus. So, to be here, you know, yeah, it was just supposed to be the aim, but now I kind of wanted to go further because I felt as if I could. And because I felt as if I could, I kind of had a lot more pressure on me because we qualified as one of the top two teams of the regular season, and Connor just made it in. So, you know, we are kind of favourites going into this game, but I know how good Connor can be, and I know that this is going to be a hard battle. I'll quickly run you guys through my team. I'll start at this end first because it makes more sense. So I had Megalatias, Choice Scarf Magneton, but this wasn't Magnetons. I knew he'd bring this. I was pretty sure he'd bring Excadrill. So rather than putting HP Ground or HP Fire on this to take the Excadrill, I went for Sturdy. Right, I did this because I know he quite likes to have the lead Garchomp, like Stealth Rock's offensive. So I thought, well, if I give this thing Sturdy, I can live an Earthquake. I'm Scarfed, so I'll outspeed him, and then I can HP Ice and kill him. So I've got HP Ice on the Magneton. Standard Talonflame, which is Choice Band, especially defensive Tentacle with the Rapid Spin, and then my Rock Setter and physically defensive Hippowdon, who has been so good all season, so I had to bring him. Now, usually against Connor, I found that my Mega Absol works wonders, and I didn't bring him because I felt as if his team would be built to kind of almost stop that. So instead I went for Belly-Drum Azumarill, who I felt as if had a good chance against his team with Aquajet and whatnot. He leads Pincers, I lead Magneton, I hard switch into Powder thinking he'll attack, and he switches into Garchomp protecting my electric type attack, which is a good play on his part. I switch back out into Magneton as he goes for the Swords Dance, which is scary. But like I said, I'm Choice Scarf, I've got the HP Ice, see no reason not to go for it, and I kill him, which was great. I switch out thinking he'll have HP Fire, so I go into Azumarill. He goes for Reflect, and this is a problem for me. I was hoping... that kind of confused me going for Reflect. In the end, it turned out to be an amazing play on his part. But I thought he'd go for Light Screen if he went for any Zora Screens, because, you know, I had the special type attack in. But in the end, that turned out to be a great play for him. He brings in Pinsir. I Belly Drum, but I had the wrong EVs, so I don't quite get the Citrus Berry range, which would be like half, wouldn't it? Yeah, so I don't quite get to the Citrus Berry range, which is a bit of a problem. And I'm thinking here, maybe, just maybe, he'll Quick Attack, because Aquajet won't kill through this. It has no chance to kill through this, so there's no point in going for it. So my best play, is to go for the Waterfall or Play Rough. Play Rough would miss, and Waterfall hits a lot of his team anyway, so I thought I'll go for Waterfall. But he makes the right play and he goes for the return, kills my Azumarill, so that was a bit disappointing, because it basically meant I didn't need that. I bring back into Magneton, and I'm thinking here, he won't go into his Excadrill, so I go for the Thunderbolt. I get the Para, and that Para is huge, as you guys will see later. I do get a bit of hacks, actually, in this game, at a couple of other occasions as well, but this is the only one which I feel as if mattered in terms of the outcome of the game. I mean, maybe it didn't, maybe it did, retrospectively. Well, I've probably just given away what happens at the end now, but yeah, that Para is huge because it means that my Tentacruel can outspeed it, as can my Latias. And the reason those two outspeeding this is huge because it means before he can get screens up, I can attack. He switches out, goes into Excadrill. I decided not to predict that, so I just went for the Thunderbolt thing. You can't do much. But you know, Gordon is part. He knew what to do. I go back into Hippowdon as he goes for the Iron Head, predicting. Don't know, maybe the Latias. He goes into the Regirock as I look to get my rocks up. Really slow that Mega Pinsir down. I switch out into Tentacle, thinking he might Toxic here. He goes for the rocks himself, And I'm fine with that because at this point that's a free rapid spin for me. as he goes into the Luke. But yeah, so I rapid spin away. He predicts me going into Latias, which I guess it kind of made sense why he predict that, because Latias is a good play there. I'm predicting the flash cannon, but if anything, my best play there would be the Magneton, because he's got no reason to go for a fighting type attack, basically, so it made sense. But I didn't do that because this is the thing, right? Looking at his team, this has to be special. It just has to be, because he's got too many physical attackers. If this was physical attackers, Espeon would be his only special outlet. And I've seen his previous games, so I know he likes to run Special Luke, so I knew he'd be running Special Luke. Goes to Dragon Balls, I Scald, and I get the ban, which is nice. What this ban means is it means that I can go for Scald again and kill him, basically. So it matters in that sense, but it doesn't matter because his Luke couldn't have touched my Tentacle anyway. He had nothing. What's he gonna do? He could flash cannon me, I guess, but that's I can eat that up. He could Aura Sphere, English, and again I'd resist that. He could Dragon Pulse again, but that won't really do a lot, and he'd be taking Life Orb Recoil anyway, so I would have killed him next time, regardless of the ban. I go for another Scald, knowing that this is where it matters, because of that Power Hex, like I said, Tentacle outspeeds his Espeon. If Tentacle didn't outspeed the Espeon, the chance he had, what he could do is he could get Light Screen or Reflect up, and that would mean, basically, looking at his team, pretty much Talonflame and Latias kill everything together, right? So if he could get even one Light Screen or one Reflect, even if he only got one of them up, which is what would have happened, but even if he only got one of them up, he could at least stop one of those two, and it'd basically slow my game down. It'd buy him more chance to try and find something to do. But because he's paralyzed, I move. Ooh, hang on, that was not a good noise. Sorry about that. But because he's paralyzed, I move first, which basically means I can click Skull and kill him. That's how that power kind of mattered, I guess. He Mega Evolves, goes for the close combat, predicting my Magneton switch. There's no need for me to predict that though. I could just go for the Scald. He gets the burn, which basically means he dies on that turn. But the thing is, okay, that burn definitely mattered. But let's say he didn't get the burn. He returns, kills my Tentacle. He's still not in a position where he can keep that. Either way, that's a dead pincer. Basically, and that's what I mean. The power definitely mattered, because the power basically meant he couldn't get his Light Screen / Reflect back up. But the two burns, all they did was just kill things earlier, because they wouldn't have. They didn't matter in the grand scheme of things. That's what I'm trying to say. Because with or without the burns, I could still kill those things. But without the power, it's a lot harder for me to kill the things. That's what I'm trying to say. Goes into Excadrill. And I'm pretty sure he'd Earthquake here. That's what he does. I was fine with that. I go into Talonflame knowing he'll predict my Flare Blitz. So he'd switch out into Regirock. He actually goes into Luke, which I think was just sacking. It meant that I could U-turn out, which is exactly what I did. Go into Latias, which kind of 2-hit KOs pretty much everything left. I'm scared of the Vacuum Wave, but I doubt he'd go for it. I Surf, kill this thing. I Surf in case he switches into Regirock. He does bring the Regirock in. Draco does more, but I kind of want to kill everything here. So I Surf again. He goes for the Ice Punch. I got 47 last time, so I'm thinking, okay, he'll kill. I Surf. I get a lower roll this time, which is unfortunate because it means Ice Punch. And I decide to Surf again. I get the crit right at the end, which I would have preferred to have that earlier, but you know, it doesn't matter that crit. And Excadrill comes in. I know I don't kill here, because I think I'd like him. Basically, I know I don't kill. But I go for Surf because there's no need to switch. As he goes for the Iron Head, kills my Latias, which is unfortunate seeing Latias go down, but you know, it's fine. Talonflame comes in and gets its kill. This would have been the first game that Talonflame didn't get a kill. Which would have been. Is in the first game Talonflame didn't get a kill. In like the last 4 or 5 games Talonflame has played, it's got a kill. So, you know, I just had to Could have brought Magneton in and gone for the HP Ice or the Flash Cannon killed, but you know, had to do it. Talonflame. So we're in the final. This is it. 1 game away from winning the league, which would be huge to do in the first season. You know, like I said at the beginning, I just set out to, to have fun, but just set out to make the playoffs. Because I felt as if, right, if I can make the playoffs season 1, make the final season 2, and then win it season 3, that was kind of my 3-season plan. But now my plan is win it season 1, win it season 2, win it season 3. I don't think that'll happen, because problem is, in the final, at the time of recording this, I still don't know who I'll be facing. It'll either be the Blackthorn Rage or the Twin Leaf Tickle, and we've lost to both of them this season, and they're both very good coached by two very good coaches and 2 very good teams. So that would be a tough one. But apart from that, there's not really much else going on. And yeah, you know, I am happy to get to the final. Maybe I don't sound it, but it's good to get into the final for sure. Because I just keep on saying don't I? It's like I'm stalling, but I just can't get my thoughts together for some reason. I really should think about what I'm going to say before I record these things. And look, I was about to do it again. Actually, yeah, one thing I do want to say. Obviously, Ollie leaving is a bit sad. So, Ollie, if you're watching this, you know, good luck in the future. I've said this so many times to him now. But yeah, no, I honestly mean it, because he helped out a lot at the beginning to kind of just get the league flowing. Until obviously Zario came in, and then there was kind of a lot of it was me and Zario. But you know, initially, Ollie was good help, and it's just unfortunate that he just couldn't battle. After the final, I think a couple of weeks after that, we'll be drafting season 2. So basically, how it's gonna work. Actually, I'm not gonna say how it's gonna work, because we've pretty much decided it. But there's a couple of things left undecided, so I'm not gonna say how it's gonna work. But there's nothing else that I can really give away at this point about season 2. Apart from that, we're going to have a few new faces in, because obviously Ollie's leaving, so that's 1 team down, and there will be a couple more teams down because a couple of other people may or may not leave. But regardless, we're gonna have new people coming in, which is exciting. But we still have a couple of slots open, so if you are watching this and you are interested in joining the league, leave a comment down below, and I'll get back to you. But for now, that's it, guys.